Yes, she is engaged. Yes. Yes, isn't that wonderful?
Okay, we're gonna. Okay, good afternoon. Can everybody hear me now?
Lower the water rate, 29.
Can everyone can hear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, let me say good afternoon and thank you all for coming. I'm glad to see all of you here at City Hall today. By now, most of you know, you've already heard that last night at City Council, I called a state of emergency for the city of Flint.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Well, and while we're trying to rebuild and come back, we are still at a critical crossroad, especially with our water. And as I pledge to the citizens of this community on the campaign trail, I'm going to continue, and I will do all that I can in trying to restore our faith and trust in our water system. That's been a huge issue here for us in the city of Flint. I've been in office a little bit over 30 days now, and I feel that we are trying to make a difference. But I can tell you today that we need state and federal assistance for the people to feel comfortable. We need some help. This is a big financial burden that we're facing, and there's no question in my mind that Flint is not able to take on this challenge by ourselves. And that's why I'm looking for help from the state, and we're looking for help from the federal government. I feel like we have no other option but to reach out and ask for help.
Thank you.
I would like to read the declaration that I read yesterday at City Council. And it says, Declaration of State of Emergency by the Mayor. Whereas in accordance with the Michigan Emergency Management Act, I am declaring a state of emergency for the incorporated boundaries of the city of Flint, Michigan. And whereas the city of Flint has experienced a man-made disaster by switching to the use of the Flint River before connecting to KWA. And whereas the city of Flint our children have experienced increased blood lead levels since the switch to the Flint River water. And whereas this damage to our children is irreversible and can cause effects to a child's IQ, which will result in learning disabilities and the need for special education and mental health services, and an increase in the juvenile justice system. And whereas this will increase the need for foster and adoptive parents as a result of social services needed due to the detrimental effects of the high blood lead levels. And whereas I am requesting that all things be done necessary to address this state of emergency declaration effective immediately.
Yes.
And whereas this action is being taken to protect the health, the safety, and the welfare of the citizens of Flint.
All right.
And I am looking for the Board of County Commissioners to support this action. So now, therefore, I, Karen W. Weaver, Mayor of the City of Flint, declare a state of emergency in the City of Flint. This was effective December 14th, 2015. I need to say that I am so happy to see Councilman Maves is standing here. We have Councilwoman Galway. I don't know if I see any other elected officials here, but I see have the president from the NAACP. This is a civil rights issue, having clean, safe water.
Thank you.
So we have our president from the NAACP here. I see one of the pastors that was working with us, Pastor Allen Overton. I don't know if there are any other pastors here. I see some of our water fighters sitting right here in the front row. I see Naira, Melissa, Gladys. I'm just so happy to have you all here today. I thank you for coming out, and we are going to continue to address this issue. So I hope the media, the citizens will be patient, but we are doing all that we can as I pledged that I would do. So thank you for coming out this afternoon. I appreciate it. Thank you. I think we have some questions from the media. We have something set up, is that correct? Sean?
If they can take questions right now, we can take some and we can arrange some one-on-one interviews after that.
Okay.
Mayor, what's your next steps? What are your next steps right now? Now that you declared a state of emergency, what are your next steps?
Well, what we're doing is we have to get the certified declaration to the county, and then it will go before the county, the Board of County Commissioners. So those are the steps. It comes from us, then it goes to them, and then it will go to the state.
Dr. And, okay, I'm concerned about the water pipes that are out in the easement of my house that they say belong to me. As far as I'm concerned, they block those pipes when they shove water through them. And when they break, I don't have $2,000, $3,000 to replace those water pipes that are out to the street that are supposed to be mine.
And you know what, and that's why we're doing a federal,
Okay.
because we need some help. We know
That's
this
right.
costs a lot.
All right.
It costs a lot, and Flint can't be solely responsible
That's right.
for the burden of this cost.
Thank
And
you.
that's why we're asking for
Okay.
state and federal funds.
What will it take to get the state and federal government on board as far as declaring an emergency?
It has to go through the county next. So once we get it to them, it's up to them to take it to the next level. So we're doing our part, to make that happen, and let them make the decision whether we'll get it. But we're doing our part, so we have to take it to the county first.
Mayor?
I think we'll go for one-on-one interviews now. Thank you.
Keep going.
Could I ask you one question, please?
Yes, take it. Get on.
We'll come around.
Now we go. Huh?